everyone. We're a little late, so apologize for that. But do you ever have just those days, Saturdays in particular, where you're like, life happens, and sometimes we're not where we're supposed to be, and sometimes we are where we're supposed to be. But that's the fun of things, right? It's like the most least expected stuff. So, as you can tell, I'm not Raquel Flores. But my name is Sia Yasso Tornrat, and you probably see me quite a bit if you see Raqi show every week out. So first off, everyone, hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Um, but yeah, we may or may not have done something to Raqi this weekend where she's actually not able to attend. But stay tuned. Why? Why? What would I do to Raqi that she shouldn't be on her own show, which is Raqi's Connection Corner? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and hit the intros and we'll find out.
Hey y'all, welcome to my corner. This is your girl Raquel, aka Raqi. Step into our world of connections where I'm a proud Hounds of Business Pack leader, which is a community of entrepreneurs committed to sharing positivity, growing together, and never forgetting to inject some fun. Get to know amazing people in this safe space, so come and join me in my connection corner.
Yep, wasn't kidding. No Raqi, just me. But everyone, hello, good morning, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, yay! So, just want to give shout outs real quick here. I see you. I know Mike Asherburner likes to be first on everything, but actually today, Stephen Ang, congratulations, my friend. You are the first person to comment. I had to do it. Sorry, guys. Not sorry either. But hey, got Steven, got Leslie. Hey, beautiful. Got Mike, Christine. So great to see everyone. We got Dine and Umit. Umit. I want to learn how to say your name, so please tell me how to say it properly. Nicole, fancy seeing you there. Hello, Dr. Z. And if anyone is of a certain age, will know this reference that I'm going to make, which is, "Hi, kids. I'm looking in my magic mirror, and I see you. So, hi, Ashif. Level up, level up, level up." There's some LinkedIn users. Unfortunately, I don't see your names, but hi, Bree. I see you through the magic mirror. Okay, I'll just make my own laugh track. Okay, see, this is what happens when Raki's not here to control me. So, but you know what? Who could control me and probably keeping me in line is going to be our surprise host for today, Miss Beautiful Nicole Angay Galinda. Welcome. Seriously, I need to lay off the coffee. Hi, beautiful. Welcome to your show.
Yes, this is a little different. I'm usually either the guest and or chatting in the comments, and somehow I stepped up to help and got thrown into the hot seat. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
So, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I guess you guys trusted me for the most part. And I'm happy to be here, and I can't wait for this show to start. It's going to be awesome, but it is Saturday, so we're going to have a blast no matter what.
Yes, yes, yes. So it was funny when this conversation started was like, Raqi, by the way, for everyone that wants to wonder what we did with her, no, I did not throw her into a sack somewhere and into a closet or a locker. I did not do that. She's actually in El Salvador with her family. So that's why she couldn't make it, you guys. So I guess we can call that an acceptable excuse as to why she's not here.
I think so. I think so. She's enjoying some sun and surf, no doubt. And yeah, we're here.
I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope so for her sake. So would you do me a favor, my friend? Since you are the host of this, I'm going to go ahead and transition and really freak you out because it pleasures me to do so. Tell us about yourself, beautiful.
Okay. I'm Nick, and I am a Hounds member. Um, Actually, recently, Mike gave me the honor of making me his second pack leader. So uh, I'm very excited, and definitely a responsibility that I take seriously, representing the Hounds. And what this community is about is,
it is a deep responsibility because we want to level everyone up. We want everyone to be moving forward. Um, and I can tell you honestly, if you have any doubt, um, not only did I publish that book, not only is there another one coming up in July, but I did launch my own business, The Gifted Bipolar Writer, about a month ago. And I am thrilled to say I have signed on a few clients. Yesterday, my 6 month recurring. And you're not going to believe this. I mean, I can run over there and grab the 2 cartons of donuts if you want. But the guy across the street from me, he has an Entenmann's route and he moved in last year. So he heard I broke my knee and he ran over because my husband was in the yard, knocked on the door, 2 boxes of donuts. I'm like, listen, my fat ass doesn't need that right now. He's like, I just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, I'm going live shortly. He's like, what do you mean? And of course, I had to tell him that, I wrote in a book and I'm writing in another book and, I'm still happy. And, without this, what would I have done in 60 days while I was like stuck here? He jumps on and he says to me, oh, really? Well, me and my business partner, we're on Facebook, but nobody maintains that. I'm like, what about LinkedIn? He's like, no, we plan to get there. He's like, we have a website. Do you know how to maintain a website? I'm like, no way. Did I just pick up a client? I'm like, this is crazy. Let me tell you something. If you want it, you just say you want it, believe it, and bust your butt. Because I wouldn't lie. I definitely pulled some late nights and lots of weekends. And I posted that video of me sitting out, what, a couple days ago? I have no idea what happened.
Oh my gosh. So that sounds
Like,
like to me, you are literally the embodiment of today's show, right? Level up, level
oh,
up, level up.
that's right. Harness your superpower. Let's do it because we're superheroes up in here.
Woo, in our own way. Everyone is a superhero in their own way. And I'm
That
not gonna
is right.
dab or whatever, but I do like that. I do like that. Anyway, so before we get started, I do want to thank folks on behalf. And so this is a little bit of our more, uh, consistency part that we want to do, and that is always support. We always want to, give shout outs to our communities. And I'm gonna have a Sia rant moment here, and I hope you're okay with that, Nicole, because I just get a little irked at times, because I think with LinkedIn, there is an assumption that when you have, quote, a community of people, oh, you're a pod. And I just want to make sure people understand things about, quote, pods and what those are and what it isn't. So if I may,
Mhm.
if you're okay and let me have my rant
But of
here,
course.
is I would like to share with the community that we're all part of that you had mentioned, and congratulations on being the second head of a newer group as the Hounds expands. So Mike Asherbrainer is the founder and he is the leader. He conceptualized all of this, and it culminated into a live stream Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And basically, he is all about promotion, collaboration. He's all about reciprocity. He's about really truly having a community. And so, guys, when there are people saying, "Oh, are you guys just an engagement pod?" I actually like to counter it saying, "Well, we engage with each other because we genuinely like each other." I know. What a foreign concept. Yes, of course, there's times that, engagement helps because that is what LinkedIn, really wants us to play that game with their algorithm and all that stuff. But that's not the
Mm-mm.
purpose. That's not the purpose. We genuinely will reply to each other in genuine comments, right? And so, just want to give shout out to Mike Asherbainer because he is one of the sponsors for the show. And secondly, is a another little show or another little sponsor. That's Brilliant Bee Media. That's me. That's me. That's
Yeah, that's
me.
you.
So I do want to remind everybody. So yes, we all have our own lights that we can share. And again, going back to that idea of, well, what makes the Hound so different than everybody else is I challenge you guys. If this was a quote pod, this group that we have, then go to brilliantbmedia.com, click on
Mhm.
Lighthouse Community, and look at all the people that are highlighted. Go to the events page and look at all the events that are being listed. Go to the homepage and look at the calendar of events that are listed right there on the homepage. If this was a pod, and no one, here's the fun of it all. if this was a pod, where is it on LinkedIn? We're literally taking our community and taking to other different platforms and different areas, because the idea is this: if we combine our brilliant beams of light together, it creates a stronger beam of light to get your message out further, brighter, and more brilliant. So that was my pitch on Brilliant Bee Media, but also understanding what the pod concept is versus what we have as a community. So that's my Cia rant moment, and hopefully everyone else may or may not agree with me. Throw down, people, if you agree or don't agree.
I want to say the people in the community definitely agree. And the people that are not in the community are still a part of our community. There are brothers and sisters out there.
Yes.
And, they come and they show up to support because they believe in us. And just so you know, we believe in you and we're supporting you. You do not have to be a hound for us to support you.
Yes.
You absolutely do not. This is all about, like Cia says, leveling up people. And the person that we're going to bring on next is, listen, this is the level up woman.
She's like, "Oh, I'm on? I wasn't ready. I told you to be on your toes, young lady."
I'm so interesting, apparently. She's like,
I know.
Wait, okay, wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Let's do it all over again. So, Nicole, who do you think would be really hella cool to like bring on?
I don't know, but I would have to probably say like the level up queen. I mean, this woman, like, if she knows you and she knows your next step, she's gonna level your butt up.
Well, without further ado, I guess we should welcome Dr. Constance Leland.
Everybody now. Oh my god. I'm hating LinkedIn. I was trying to like comment and I couldn't. I was like, "Hi, Steven." Wait, it says I can't comment. LinkedIn is thinking I'm still a bot, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dude, that was some messed up stuff. I mean, look at you trying to be sharing your and giving and being reciprocal and authentic with your reciprocity. Why do you keep using all these big words? Reciprocity. It's a good word though. I like it. You're leveling up my language.
Yeah. All right.
So welcome, beautiful.
Yes. I know they're like back to back. Yes. Because I care about these people and I love to be here. And Nicole, I love all these ladies because you know what? We can talk whatever we want. We don't have filter. Literally, we don't have filter when we're out of the show. And there's no boundaries in that conversation either, which is really fun because I feel like I'm talking to one of my kids. So this is awesome. Nicole, what is the conversation today?
Nicole, she feels like she's talking to one of her kids with us. Just saying.
Yeah,
I know, it's so cute.
No boundaries.
Especially when I got here somehow, but whatever. Yeah, so today's show is all about, and I don't see any people in the audience there with capes on, but you know what?
It's gonna sync up. It always takes a couple seconds to sync up. So sorry about that.
Well, I'm saying I don't see them with capes on. However,
capes on.
Capes.
However, real superheroes do not need capes. We are going to talk today about harnessing your superpower because every single one of us has that superpower. So I am going to turn this over to Constance because she is definitely the mastermind behind this at the moment. And Cia and I are going to jump in.
Cia missed it. Cia missed it.
I was drinking coffee, people. Why do you always have like the perfect timing when I'm like distracted?
I have to get back at you. I mean, putting me on the spot all the time like this, like really, girl? Come on, man.
Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't even done 12 podcasts yet. All right. Oh, this is a live stream. I'm sorry. I'm still learning the difference. Like CJ is gonna kill me right now. Podcast, live stream. But seriously, I'm excited to be here. Yes, I am jumping up and down about my story, but it's only because I see so many names in there and this is gonna reach so many other people. And so many other people, if they could just tap into that superpower, they have no idea what they're capable of. None.
Yes.
So CJ, Cia, one of you pick it up from here.
Okay, let's talk right now. So we have 3 topics. Okay, if you don't know me, my brain is structured. So it's always like this little nuggets and this elements because I'm a visual learner. I'm a kinesthetic learner. So like I literally have to put it on my head out there. Okay, so 3 topics about harnessing your superpower. No, we're not talking about Ken or anything like that. But authenticity, reciprocity and empathy, right? Let's talk about authenticity first, because a lot of people are like, oh, like you see, I said, about pods and all these things. And the people that we have in the hounds are people that are beyond the screen. I call them beyond the screen. When I teach, I extend my reach to my students as beyond the classroom. For this conversation to be authentic, you need to look at building trust. Can we talk about building trust and inspiring others? Right?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Mhm, mhm.
Well, okay. I have a interesting story about the word trust in general. Early on in my career, there was a CEO at a tech company that I was at, where the CEO literally said, "Trust is uh, not given, it's earned." Wait,
And
trust is given,
mhm,
not earned.
mhm.
Trust is not given, it's earned. Oh, wait, he does trust is given, not earned. And I looked at that and I was like, wait a second. As I'm even doing it now, 20 fracking years later, I'm like, huh, let's talk about that because, like, is trust given first and then earned, or is it trust earned and then given? What are your thoughts on that, ladies?
I definitely say given and then earned. And the reason I say that is because I was in a very toxic workplace. And that boss, I remember his dad, who was the president, telling me that I did a really good job in something and he didn't need to see my work anymore. And his son, the vice president, who pretty much ran it, right, turned around and said, yes, you do. I'm like, what's up with that? And I'm like, you need to trust me. I'm like, you need to trust your people. He's like, no, 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 no. Fair is what makes sure people do their things right. I'm like, what? Now I work in an environment where my boss makes it very clear. We lead with trust. Okay. We lead with trust. If you cannot trust the person that is standing next to you, how is that person going to do right by you? And how are you going to do right by them? In a workplace, it's a shared vision. So it has to be a lead with trust, for me at least.
Mm, CJ?
Yeah, I have to think about that. I'm thinking in the classroom and also personal life. Like for me, I always give my students the very beginning all A's. Like that's in my head. But you got to earn those A's. How do you earn those A's? By keeping them. How do you keep them? By showing up, by doing your work. And that's how I look at trust. Maybe it's a cultural thing. I'm not sure. I don't give trust to people easily. I've been burned way too many times. I
Mhm.
literally have to talk to my pastor because it was consistent for me when I was younger um, that I would give trust to people and they break it, break it, break it. And I said, what am I doing wrong with life? You're supposed to know. Tell me. And what he told me and shared is that sometimes someone is blessed with a bigger heart that has more to give, that you're attracting people that really need your help at the moment. And it actually changed my mind and my mindset that, aha, so I have this superpower, I have this gift to give more. So if people basically used me or trampled me, is okay. So I lived with that for, I don't know, 5, 6 years of my life. And then I was really miserable. And I'm like, no, no, that's not how it works anymore. I'm so tired. I'm really tired of that. So then I try to find a balance. When you get older, you kind of know what's not to do and what to do. And so I literally look at it as a genuine self expression. For me, authenticity encourage you to embrace your true self, and building trust takes time. So when people said, oh, I give you trust, no, you don't. In the back of your head, you're wondering what I'm all about. What does leveling up mean? What are you do? Why are you doing this? Why do you have to put this? It's weird. It's because I'm building trust, whether you're my kind of people or not, but it's me showing up consistently with my message, right? And that's how you build trust, is being consistent and really just showing your authentic self by being genuine. If you're genuinely friendly, it will come out like that. If you're genuinely aloof and you're like so hard to reach, it will come off like that. And so that's just me. I don't belong. I used to want to belong to like this Asian culture or this American culture. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of like trying to bling and I'm me. If you don't like me, oh well, that's your problem, not my problem. That's my attitude now. So what do you think about resilience and self-confidence?
Um, well, that's interesting though that you say that, and about trust. I apologize that I'm digressing here, because I know that you and I are collabing and working on some stuff together. And yes, you are right though, that propensity to be able to just trust people first, which my husband is like you, by the way. But I do have this thing about me, and I don't want to say I'm naive, but I do give people trust first. And when they break that trust, however, that's different. That's when I'll walk away. And like you say, it's how much you could really deal with, right? But I'm going to think that I'm not going to get as deep as with you before your true colors start to show.
Mhm.
So at that point, I could walk away. And I guess I feel that way because I wouldn't want somebody to meet me off the bat, and the first thing they did was not trust me, because I consider myself a trustworthy person. But anyway, let's move on. Confidence. Wow, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of that not too long ago. So that's a weird topic for me. But I think confidence for me now is just being unforgivably me. I woke up and I said, you know what? No more. It's either you see me or you don't. And if you're not seeing me, well, that's okay. I don't see some people either. And going out and going after all these things that, for that matter, I didn't even know that I wanted, could do, or anything like that. The opportunity presented itself, and I'm like, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to try it. Why not? Failure is not that I failed at it. Failure is that I didn't even give it a shot. That's failure to me. So, and with every step I take and every bit of success that I achieve, my confidence grows more. And I think that confidence really goes hand in hand with self empowerment. And when you feel empowered, that self esteem rises. But it's not going to fall into your lap. You have to work for it. You have to find what motivates you and inspires you and stick to it. And people in the universe will respond to that. And it's not about building business or making money. I mean, that it could be that, but everybody's end reason, everybody's end destination is different. So as long as you are moving towards that, then you are empowering yourself a little bit more every step of the way. That's what confidence is to me.
Ooh, I like that. I
Deep.
like that. So I was actually like digging. I literally saw this on Facebook from my friend this morning. So shout out Kevin Westerfield. For those that don't know him, don't worry about it. He's amazing, and you should get to know him, but he's not on LinkedIn. So go on Facebook and get to know Kevin. But one of the greatest guys I know. But he posted this: give yourself permission to disappoint the right people. Read that again. And the reason why it resonates with me is because knowing that sometimes we question ourselves, and that kills our self-worth or self-value and confidence, and affects our confidence in how we portray ourselves, right? And I just love that, because giving yourself permission to disappoint the right people matters, right? Because you will always disappoint someone, but in the end, the right people will carry you. They will share their light with you. They will lift you up and empower you. Those are the right people. So that's, to me, a great confidence booster and way to carry yourself forward, because no one's going to misstep, right? No one's perfect. I mean, I'm sorry, let me try this again. It's not like we're not going to misstep. No one's perfect, right? So, and I think that's where that confidence and that resilience comes into play, because I think if we fully understand with each other that we aren't perfect, we don't live in a perfect world, and nor should we expect perfection from others, that we can move confidently to know that there's times of need, you have the ability and power to empower others, and that always comes back. I'm a big fan of karma. That's I mean, am I getting too little heady on that? Hippy dippy?
No.
Because I can.
No,
No.
no, I love that. And I believe in karma all the time. And I always say what comes around goes around faster and harder on your end. So resilience and confidence, or self-confidence, to me is more about embracing authenticity, being comfortable with your strengths and also your weaknesses. Because we're, like you said, we're not perfect, but
Mhm.
allows me to develop like resilience and face my challenges, and then kind of boost my confidence. Like, I'm not 100% all confident all the time. I actually second guess myself all the time. And so, because I'm a kinesthetic learner, I write things down. I'm like, "Psh, you got this. Look at the check mark," like it in my head, because I'm very structured, right? And I know my weakness. And it's not for everybody, but I like to have, I think being in academia is not also good because it's harnessing my brain like, you have to do this. And my husband's like, there's a gray area in life, right? Like, it's not about like left or right. I'm like, listen, I grew up with rules, right? I grew up in militaristic way, worse than the military. My parents and my grandparents were like crazy rules. Like, I have rules for everything. Breathing the wrong way, looking the wrong way, talking the wrong. I have all that rules, and I have to let go with all that rules with my family, my husband and my kids. It's like, it's been hard life, right? But to me, it's like embracing my weakness, not because like, haha, I'm celebrate, I'm weak, or I'm vulnerable, or I'm crying. No, embracing by reflecting on it and doing. If you guys have not done SWOT analysis on yourself, do it.
Mm.
So look at the strength. Don't even like overthink it either. Keep it simple. My husband tells us people keep it stupid and simple. When
Yeah,
he,
keep it
I'm like,
simple, stupid. Yeah,
yeah. And I'm
yeah.
like, why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's because you need to make sure that you can actually do something about it. Don't make it into this all complicated business. And I said, okay, how do you do that? I said, do SWOT analysis yourself. Look at the top 3 strengths that you have. Look at the top 3 weaknesses that you have, and be honest with yourself. No one's watching in the room. It's just you reflecting on yourself. Then do opportunities. How can you grow? 3 opportunities for you. And what is your threat? And I'm like, oh, my composition. If I'm on the B word and whatever, I'm like, oh, my face will show. Right. So that's how I think is embracing your weakness allows you to develop resilience, face your challenges with confidence because you know who you are, and knowing to be true to yourselves. Right. And I love this group because we can do whatever we want, and we're like, yeah, okay, we're over it, regardless of any external pressure that we have. So that's how I think of resilience and self confidence.
Mm.
Very good.
Mm.
I see different opinions forming here among 3 women that I would say are very successful, not just in their professions, but just in their personal lives and also in the friendships that we're building out there on this platform and other platforms. And it's interesting to see how, while some of the explanations or what we believe overlap, there's also a little bit of unique definition in there. And that's what I think is so good about having these types of conversations, because a lot of times there is no right or no wrong. And for a long time, I was a black and white person. And I finally realized that no, there has to be a little bit of gray in there as well. That being said, I will tell you that I am not as structured. I'm a very happy go lucky and easygoing. And my husband could be really uptight. So he always says, nobody else would have married him because nothing bothers me, really and truly. Um, and again, like, we're all working so well together, but we respect each other's boundaries. We admire each other for the type of um, I'm sorry, we admire each other for the things that we each bring to the table, right? And then we all end up finding a common ground to make sure that we achieve that one goal. And it's funny because now, when you think about achieving that goal, if you put too much in, Sia, and I put too little in, then, none of us are going to end up, neither of us are going to end up feeling good about this. And to me, that's now taking us to the next point, which is reciprocity. Where does that come into play? Because this now is not just about, reciprocating in terms of engaging, but it's beyond that on this platform. It's about friendships. It's about being there for people outside of what they are building on LinkedIn, because happy people do happy business, right? So, what are your thoughts, Sia, Sia, on reciprocity?
Okay, so I'm like probably like militant about reciprocity. I am one of those, and I will fully concede. I am one of those where I believe in karma. I do believe there's an action and a reaction. I do believe if you put goodness out in the universe, goodness will come back to you.
Hmm.
Um, I see too many people who, for various reasons, are too absorbed into their own world and challenges in life that they forget that they are part of a greater universe. So, that idea of reciprocity of, "Hey, you have issues. We all have issues. Trust me, I have been told I have issues." I get it. I think it's the sometimes you gotta get out of your brain, get out of yourself, get out of the fact that, oh, I've got this X amount of responsibility, or I've got these priorities, or I got XYZ. I think it's if you actually did a SWOT, and by the way, just to clarify, because the professor made me write it down, SWOT is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Okay. And it's basically a quadrant that you put together, and each corner is you list all your weaknesses, your strengths, the opportunities that you have for that opportunity, that for that, for yourself, for example, like what are the opportunities for yourself, and the threat, right? So that could go to the, what is something that's out of your control, something that you could address, that you need to be aware and acknowledge. So it's a great tool. And if you've never done it before, I almost feel like CJ, I almost feel like we should probably do an episode or something, or maybe you guys do like a walkthrough of what a SWOT is.
I'll do
Yeah.
it really quickly. Okay. My strength is my personality and my trait, and my structure is actually not my weakness. It's my strength. That's how I can do a million things. Okay. Because of my structure, I know how to block things. Also, my three strengths is definitely my personality, my structure, and my ability to give grace. That definitely is my strength. My weaknesses is my composition. Is also my threat. By the way, if you don't know what that means, is for example, for me specifically, if I'm on the B word, or like I'm just not liking you, and you're inside, my nonverbal communication would be like, and if I'm quiet, I don't like you. I'm always talking. So if
Ooh,
I'm not talking, I do
yes.
not like you. And I have no problem telling you that if you were in my face. That's my thing. Is I have bad attitude, I guess. So that's my weakness. And my opportunities is, I've been working on it, okay? Because I've been in leadership. And sometimes when some people get on my nerves, I'm like, you just, and I walk away because I keep my mouth shut, right? But now I harness that to like an opportunity for me to grow. CJ, if you want to keep your leadership skills up and leveling up, you need to do this. So this is why I shared on Donald Cohen's show when it comes to providing feedback, because I see a lot of managers tell you, "Hey, Nicole, you did this great, but man, that but just to me, when you say but, by the way, whatever you just said that's so amazing, it's not good anymore because now I'm focusing on negative. And remember, human brains and human nature, we're always going to be attracted to the negative. So when you say that word but, don't do it. Don't do it. Right? Or I can't do it. I'm like, no, you're not doing it yet. You're not doing it yet. You will do it, just not right now, right? Not yet. But you will do it. It's one of those brain things. I took a class from a brain surgeon from Johns Hopkins University and Harvard University, and they literally said that the power of your words, okay, makes a difference. And this is why I tell you guys about that hostage situation. Like, how much success do hostage negotiator have? And people are like 60%, 20%. And I told them, no, 94%. Look it up in Harvard study. 94%, they're actually good. And the only tools that they have is knowledge and power. Knowledge and power. That's all they have to negotiate at 94% successful rate. So my threat is sometimes paralysis by analysis. I overthink. I
Mm,
overthink, and then
mm,
I'm emotional. That's a threat because when I'm mad, just like as I'm happy, I'm all this. The opposite of that is when I'm mad, I'm explosive. And I'm like, CJ, calm down. So I have to breathe and talk to myself in third person. I'm like, okay, 5, 4, 3, like literally just calm myself down. Or my puppy just looks at me. I'm like, okay, I'm fine now. I'm in happy mode. But that's my threat, is my emotion. It could be a positive for me, but when I get mad, it gets explosive. So those are the SWOT analysis conversation there.
Can I just tell
That's
you that it's so funny that like it's a lot of self analysis, right? Like I think it's a lot of self reflection. That's what I'm looking for. So I just want to quote this from Ajaya. Thank you for sharing this. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment, by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that quote because you know
that's
what?
beautiful.
I feel like, do you guys, is it me or do you kind of feel like LinkedIn kind of is making us feel that way in some capacity these days?
Yeah.
I think the world definitely, I say at least, do not lose yourself in what others are trying to make you to be. because that's going to happen. People are going to tell you who you are, or try to at least. And if you give people that power over you, there's going to be a problem. You cannot measure your success by someone else's yardstick. You absolutely cannot, because then you would always fail. So it has to be what you think your measure of success is, right? And you have to respect that everybody else's measure of success is different. And in constant talking about SWOT, I'm sitting here going, wow, if I had to do this exercise, what would I do? And I did do it once a long time ago, but I'm so much wiser today, if I'll use that word. And I definitely want to say, if I had to pick my three, I think that my strengths are my vulnerability, my tenacity, and my stamina. Because if I put my mind to something, there's no way I am going to run that marathon. So I definitely, I'm glad that you brought that up, and I had a moment to think about it, because I think a lot of times people tend to focus on their what they consider are their weaknesses first, and I think it's so wonderful that that acronym was put together that way, so it leads with strength.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I weaknesses. I got too many. I got to think about that. I got to think which is the top three here.
I know
So
it's like, yeah, standard line
we'll move
weakness.
on.
No, but when you do that though, when you do your weaknesses, we all have a lot. But think of your weakness is the way for you as an opportunity to grow, so
Yeah.
it doesn't become a threat. Does that make sense? It's all
Yeah.
interconnected. So it's like a million weaknesses, but what are your top three weaknesses that you have an opportunity to grow so it doesn't become a threat? Those weaknesses, if it rots in your brain, it becomes a threat to you, not only your personal growth but your
Hmm.
professional growth.
Oh
So
yeah,
think about those
definitely.
top three, like, oh my God, like me, I have a bad attitude sometimes when I'm emotional. So I was like, ooh, Sia knows. I'm like texting her. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. She's like, girl, I'm on a concert. I'm like, fine, go enjoy your sippy sippy while I'm
Um,
drinking over here.
look, look, lady, I will always be there for you, even at a concert. I'm just saying my responses may or may not be coherent or even relevant to the conversation. I'm just saying, just saying.
Oh
And it may
my
be a lot of
God.
song lyrics that are playing at that moment in time. That's all I'm saying.
Oh
Um,
my
can I just
gosh.
tell you, Jeremiah, I thank you so much for contributing. You've got some like great comments. I just want to share this one. Train to be your best when you're at your worst. So as kind of like going back that we were talking about and reflecting on the quote weakness, like you say, that weakness can be an opportunity to become a strength. Or bare minimally. A weakness is the opportunity to address that there is one. Just acknowledging that you have that weakness is puts you so much further, put one foot ahead, whatever visual is going to work for you guys. One armed swimmer, if you're a swimmer, like a breaststroke ahead, closer to your destination of being just a better human, right? That's kind of like how I view weaknesses, because we're all, like I said, we're all fundamentally human. We're gonna have some pros and cons, unless you're like those super, like if you're religious, like blessed by like the deities out there, then you're like on a different level. But I
Hmm.
would find that would be a small percentage just from a statistical and
Perspective.
personal experience perspective.
Before we jump forward, because I know we're gonna start talking about empathy shortly, but um, I just wanted to shout out a couple of people in the audience, and I know we have our regulars, Steven's out there, Mike, of course, is there, Christine. I don't know if I noticed Susanna. I'm still learning to do this and not look like I'm ignoring everyone here because I'm looking there to comments. Um, but I did want to particularly shout out a young lady in the audience by the name of Dina. This anthology that's upcoming, My Two Cents on Self Love, that I'm going to be writing in, along with, hopefully 39 other beautiful souls, men and women. The crossover there is Facebook. And, I literally like 30 minutes ago said, hey guys, I'm going to be live. Sorry, this is like very last minute. And I see her there in the audience. And that really says a lot to me, that people, if they're around, I want to say, right? Because everybody's busy doing stuff. But the point is, we give and they give back. And like you say, that's the whole, well, we're still back to here, reciprocity. So seeing her out there really made me think about that. So I wanted to give a special shout out to her.
Oh, and I apologize. I'm trying to find her comment. Like, okay, there
I
we well,
know.
here. There, Dina Fortune, right? That's Dina Fortune?
That's right. Dina
Okay, that's the
Fortune.
first comment I found of yours, beautiful. So everyone connect with
Mm,
Dina, Dina Fortune. We
that's
like
right.
that.
I
Yes.
love it. And thank you for doing that, because that's an example of reciprocity just right there, right? Like,
Boom.
ooh, that's
That was
good. Yeah, that is an example of reciprocity. And I love that because it creates positive social dynamic, right? When you reciprocate the love, and the social dynamic basically is like back and forth, and you feel so much love. But it also reduces conflicts, like, oh my God, I'm supporting this person all the time and I'm taking whatever in their head, and you're not even seeing what's going on in their head or what's happening in their life. But the fact that you
Mhm.
do that, it encourages people more for, oh wow, I'm being recognized for my time today, because time is constantly growing, and you can't have a refund. Like, oh my God, I went there and I didn't like it, so you can't have a refund. So even if they
Mhm.
don't like your conversation, the fact that they're here, or even if they love your conversation, the fact that they're here. Thank you, Samantha Ciara. You are so funny when you said level up 21. I'm like, girl, we're leveling up the world. It's infinity level up, like for
it's
real.
it's Google. It's Google growth.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
sorry, I just had
who
to
is
add in there.
showing up as a LinkedIn user?
It's gotta be
That just
Samantha. It's gotta be Samantha. That's
it's
the
yeah.
only.
I think so too because it says I'm here. So if you're coming up as LinkedIn user, type your name in the comments so we know who you are.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Because
Samantha.
big
Um,
sis, that's
yeah,
you. I'm
yeah.
pretty
Oh, real
sure.
quick, can we shout out our host? I mean, not host,
Oh, look
our
at
actual like
her.
person that is like the name of the show.
See, I actually suck at this hosting thing. Can you come back? Like, how long is the flight?
You got 10 minutes to come back right now.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
anyway, let's
Oh,
give everyone a round
it's
of
not
applause.
Samantha.
Can we give Raqi a round of applause? Sending everyone love and great vibes on this beautiful day. I'm blessed with friends like you guys, familia,
Yes.
or my favorite Asians like
안녕하세요. That's Korean, okay?
is
For
it
love.
Korean?
안녕하세요.
Yeah, you better make sure you're back in time for next Saturday, no matter
Oh
what.
Yeah.
oh oh.
Yeah.
I
It's my
wait.
graduation next Saturday, so I can't be here live.
Oh hey, by the way, shout out this, and I totally brain farted on this, you guys. This is Asian American Pacific Islander Month celebration, AAPI.
It is. It is.
So all
Okay.
of our Stephen Ang, I know you are a fellow Asian. I know you have Asian in you, Nicole. And for those that
Yeah.
are grand supporters of us, folks that are happen to be of the Asian background, I'm just saying that. We definitely appreciate all your love and support. And honestly, it has been a little bit of a rough ride for us Asians since this pandemic-y thing. So
Yeah.
everyone stay strong
Oh
in our
my god,
communities.
yes.
It's all about love and support. And uh, we're just, no finger pointing. That's all I can say. Don't be an
No.
a-hole. Can I say,
Yeah.
can I don't be an a-hole?
Yeah,
No,
that's
probably. Well, Nicole, thank you for showing up on that empathy word. I wanted, and since we are talking about AAPI, I do love to promote inclusivity and diversity. Right? That's
Yes.
what we're all about in the hounds. That's what we're all about in our community. And I love to bring out servant leadership, because I think you serve. I love, like, picture it in your head that you are, nobody else exists and you're by yourself and you're a servant leader, and your path is to beam light on people through technology. That's Sia. And for Nicole is to bring out things that people can't see the way they write content, but through the eyes of the creator, which is Nicole, right? For her business. And she's in this path, right? They're all going, and they were like, we don't know where the path is. We don't even know what's ahead. We don't know what's going on. We're just going through this path because this is what we love to do. And then on the way to the path, you see a bird and you're like, oh, wonder what I can do with this bird, right? Maybe it's hungry, so you feed it. That's what we're doing here. We're basically stopping every
Mm.
time we give reciprocity, but also being inclusive, where we're not just picking from the hounds, like what Nicole said. Whoever shows up, we reciprocate the love. Okay, but don't also like expect that we give you love all the time but you don't give us love back. I'm saying
Oh,
we
yeah.
love to give. Let me tell you, I've been giving for 10 years and it's going to be for the rest of my life because I love to give and it actually fills my heart, honestly, really full when I do give. Because my grandmother always tells me, bless her heart on heaven, but like she basically tells me it's better to give than to receive. And I'm like, no, I love to receive gifts. What are you talking about? Like, I was literally 7 when she said this. I'm like, no, I like my ang pao. I like my money. I like my new dress and shoes. She's like, no, you don't understand. Imagine if you're homeless and you don't have parents. I'm like, Grandma, I do not have parents. What are you talking? She's like, okay, bad example. Imagine that you were just nobody on the street and really hungry and you just receive, right? That is hard. I said, true. She goes, wouldn't you be rather be on the other end to give, right? And each one of us can definitely give whatever that gift and superpower you have, right? And so since we're doing empathy, how do you
Oh.
guys build meaningful connections in your friendships?
You want to take this on, Sia?
You put me first?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, okay, like everyone, look, I give freely. That is a strength as far as I will give trust. I think I guess I'm an optimist. I give trust before I think you've earned it. It's your own noose to hang yourself for you to lose that trust, if that makes sense. I guess that's my philosophy in life.
I
So
I
again, when
agree.
I give to you and you don't reciprocate, I will try to have the empathy and give grace to say, "Okay, maybe you're in your own head. You've got other things going on." What I is probably a weakness is when I decide you are taking from me and not giving anything in back return, I will cut you off. I just cut people off. I'm
Mhm.
old enough, I'm done. So, it's just one of those things where and I'm not doing it vindictively, it's more of the if I know my energy is going elsewhere and it's not it's just dangling in the universe and it has no effect, it's just a I hate to say it, waste of energy. So, um, that's kind of like I think what you were talking about with empathy is sometimes I need to sit back and think a little bit, like, again, get out of my own damn head to realize, hey, there are other people who have other things going on in their lives. They may not be able to reciprocate all the love and affection and all that stuff. And I fully understand that. It's when it's never. If occasionally you can do it, that's great because I know you're trying at that point. It's just I see too many people who are like, engage in my comment because I have some weird metric on, LinkedIn I need to grow, whatever. When in reality, it's this, you know, whatever you do, people will resonate with you and give you empathy for anything that you have going on in your life if you can actually truly be that authentic person that, we were all talking about, right? Showing resilience, showing the confidence of who you actually are. So I'm kind of trying to tie it all together, but empathy, oh, guys, I have all the empathy in the world until I don't. And
That's
I think
pretty.
I think many of you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, really? No. Sia's not a pit bull. Sia's a little baby. Like, she is
It's
so sweet.
Chihuahua.
She is the
I'm a
sweetest.
chihuahua. You know those chihuahuas are the ones who are the meanest little sons of guns, so
I
I can
know they
relate.
Yes.
bite ankles.
I keep looking back this way because my little chihuahua is in the back of me. And I just know at any minute he's going to start like howling like I'm beating him. But he actually has, what do you call it, separation issues, even though I'm sitting 3 feet
Separation
away from
anxiety.
him.
Yeah, my bulldog does that.
Yeah.
She'll growl.
Yeah. So, you know, empathy for me, wow. I think that, throughout my life, in some ways, I was shown so very little by certain individuals that just said, yeah, okay, so mm, you're all over the place. You're like a crazy roller coaster that's, halfway broken down. So, um, yeah, something's wrong with you. Uh, that empathy was not there. And I think because of that, you know, my my emotions, and the way that I choose to connect with people is very different, than the way a lot of people connect. It's a connection. Well, maybe this person said hi. I'm going to say hi back. Well, let me see if they say something. I'm the other way. You know, they say hi, I say hi, and I'm like, well, who are you? I want to know. Um, and that comes from, people just basically passing me up. So that's where my empathy lies, that I know that everybody is not at the same level. And, there are people that are way ahead of me, and there are people that are way back far in my journey. And I think that, and I don't want to say had I had more empathy, I would be further along on my journey, because I needed to be on the path that I was on to be here. And I think we all feel that way in one way or the other. But if a little bit of my understanding could help someone to feel like, you know, I'm worth it just a little bit more today, then that's where I think my empathy, what empathy means to me, at least.
Nice.
Everybody's too serious. Like, really, crowd, what does empathy mean to you? Like, feel sorry for me sitting in the hot seat right now because my butt's on fire. I'm,
No, you're
I'm,
doing
I'm,
Oh, okay. I thought we
you're
weren't going
doing
to talk. Wait,
excellent. Woo, we're
I thought we
celebrating.
weren't going to talk about hemorrhoids today.
Let's not. Let's have that. That was like private. Like that's so funny.
like,
Wait, hold on. Since we are like this, remember when I had Sandra, the Marine officer, in my and had a tech problem on my show? And remember when she said the word sexy confidence? Can you guys do the sexy confidence dance, like with the little pout lip? Come on, Nicole.
Oh, it's like the Wednesday dance, right?
No, it's like this. Oh yeah, but this see, I can't even think of my body parts now. This is what happens when you have issues with migraines. Right here, sexy confidence, Nicole. Back up and down, like sexy confidence. You're going to the sexy confidence.
I gotta put the fish mouth. Are you for real?
Yeah, duck mouth. Sexy confidence, and when eyebrows up.
I wish I had a different platform I could zoom in on you, and I probably need to get. I would have zoomed in on you, just so you know.
My husband would be like looking at me right now like I was crazy if he wasn't outside cutting the lawn.
Oh,
Like,
my
I swear
husband
to
would.
God.
My husband gave up. Literally gave up on me because he just doesn't know which CJ comes out sometimes. There's some kind of personality in here. But yeah.
So,
But
can I just share this little quote here because it's from Bree, and Bree made a comment earlier, and I couldn't highlight it in the course of our conversation. She says she comments more than posts, which I thought is fascinating. Because you're still part of a community, you're engaging in like a different direction, right? So Bree said, "I had a stranger give me a smile and a kind word, and it changed my day. I keep that in mind every single day and give not only to those I love, but to those I don't even know."
Yeah.
That was like, ooh.
I love that. I love that support. You support others even when they don't support. Am I hitting this thing? You support even others even when they don't support you. And yes, as time goes on, you might, you know, um, make a differentiation of who you want to continue supporting or not for different reasons. But I am very big on supporting people, period, because everybody's trying to put themselves out there and to show who they are. And some people are just better at it than others. And, supporting them are going to help them to have that confidence they need to have to take the next steps. And I did want to say one other thing. Mike, where are you? What do you mean there's more authors in the house than there are books that you read? Like, you need to, dude, you need to level up. You know what?
Okay, let's do this. Yes, let us make fun of Mike Asherbrainer, and while we make fun of him, we're also cross promoting. So Samantha Ciara, her live stream is going to be coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard with Brian Sagre, who is part of the Hounds as well. So shout out to that. So, but let us put Mike on the hot seat.
Yes,
I've never
I
met
agree.
someone so giving and yet so freaking, for lack of a better term, like he's giving. He tries and works real hard, and yet at the same time, I'm like, for the amount of effort you put in, just read the damn book, Mike. Just read the damn book, Mike.
So yeah, with the amount of people that we have in the Hounds, I just have to say, each of us could do like a chapter of audio per book, and he would just be able to go to sleep and listen to all of them. Like, seriously. Like, if you don't want to read, we will totally audio the book for you. And then you could be like, in 1 week, I read like 50 books. There, that works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, that would be a lot an audio version, an audiobook of art. Oh my god, what a show that would be, like all of our voices. And by the way, I do produce audiobooks as well for those that are interested.
Excuse me.
But yeah, okay, I apologize. I got distracted. Ken Dunner, the man, and I don't have time to like upload it. I don't want to, but look at he sent me his guitar and like his little setup here.
Oh,
Savor the
cute.
flavor, my friend.
That's
I just I got ADD. That was an ADD moment. Sorry. I got distracted.
No,
But
no, 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 no. That was the
but,
superlicious
but
awesomeness,
I like
fabulousness
uh,
of Ken Donner.
I
No,
like
I
that
think
idea.
audiobooks we need Stephanie, especially if you need to like really get what you're doing and calm.
Okay, between Stephanie and Raki's voices, those two
Yes.
could read the freaking if phone books still existed, and we would be like, oh,
You
Dude,
know,
you're
I
dating us.
audiobook.
Stop.
Yeah.
no, I like literally had a really good experience. Sunday, yes, Sunday I wrote my chapter for the book that's coming up, and I asked the publisher if I could read it to her because I know my style of writing is a little bit different. It's not like free flowing and you know, it doesn't always, it could come off a little bit disjointed, is what I'm trying to say. Though, and it makes sense, right? 'Cause I write the way I think. If so, I asked if I could read it to her, and in reading it to her, I felt every emotion in myself, but I know she did, and the other lady that happened to be with her, she was dead silent. And I do think that when you read it, like how much intonation can you really get off of a page? Sometimes you might say a sentence and each person's going to take it differently. When you are reading it, the expression that you meant to put in that is going to show through. I think audio is an excellent idea. In fact, I think I should read my chapter when the book comes out. See,
And you should.
can you
Um,
invite me back on your show?
yeah, I'll
Wait,
invite you
this
back
is
on every
Raquel's
show.
show.
They're
Raquel,
not my shows, but come on back.
You have shows. I have
can
shows.
you
He has
invite me
shows.
back on
Raquel
your
has shows.
show?
No, I mean, yeah, no, actually, I was thinking about, and this is, by the way, Ashif, I'm like right on board. Please, can we do a rap version of our audiobooks? Okay, just kidding. Okay,
Yeah, I
wow, that would
can't do
be
that.
like, could you imagine massive
Oh,
cringe? It's so
Can we
bad.
do a TikTok instead?
So, yeah, no, right? So if I may interject here, ladies, is that one of the reasons why I went into the business that I did, which is all about content creation, production, and strategy consulting. So if anyone wants to know why the hell I always fit in this mix somewhere and invite myself to everyone's live stream, it's because I'm producing it on the back end. But that's not all I do. But what inspires me and what encouraged me to do this and to push people like you, Nicole, is that I got into genealogy, and I found out you find out very quickly when you do people's genealogies that after the grandparents and great grandparents, you just become a name and a birth date and a death date, right?
mm,
And it bothered me because we live in an age of technology where it's like, come on, guys, we have the tools to record you, to record your face, warts and all, right? Picking your
mhm,
nose and all, Mike and his freaking TP and all, right? And like, you can record our voices, right? We don't speak all the same way. You know, if you want, I could do the Kardashian accent. You know, who knew grandma sounded like Kim Kardashian? That's something to relate to that you could be like, you know, haha in the future. It's just that's the whole point of all this. And I think with all the connections and all the discussion that we're talking about today, having that confidence to put yourself up and out there, whether it is audio, visual, or in written words, right? Having the resilience to say, well, that was a show of a you know outing. I'll improve,
yeah,
right? Looking at your SWOT, right? Taking the time, that's huge, deep analysis. But you know what? It makes you and you'll come out a better person for it. Maybe a little more structure that someone not pointing any names apparently likes a lot of structure and like emails us like 4 times a day going, hey guys, where's the run of show and structure?
I know. I'm like, where the hell is the link? It's like, it's midnight. I'm not posting it. I'm not asking for posts. I need the link. Oh my god.
I wrote a beautiful overview, and I'm really glad that I did because CJ, being the educator that she is, was able to say to me, "Wow!" I was like, oh, "Okay," phew. Because I'm a creative writer. I free flow write. You know, it's not that I'm not structured when I need to be, but like in work about what I know my skill set. So to have to put an overview together, like for a show based on something, I don't do this every day. But to jump back on what Sia was saying, I'm sorry. Sia, yes. Let me tell you something. When this showed up this week, I was excited, but more so when I opened it and saw my name in there. And one of the calls to action that I did when I posted for the next anthology that's coming is this. Mother's Day, Father's Day is coming up. There are a lot of senior people that wanted to write and never did for whatever
Mhm.
reason. And they're on their golden years. And when you really think about it, my 2 cents on self love will always be relevant. And their grandchildren and great grandchildren are going to have this book because their children are going to have it and they're going to pass it down. So they're going to have that type of connection there that, hey, these words in print, they're not just the words of anyone. These are the words of my grandfather, my grandmother. And, it's that legacy. It's really that legacy that you leave behind, like Sia says, when you choose any type of media to put yourself on out there. So I totally support you in this, Sia.
Well, thank you very much. And if we can, Robert W. Lee's make an appearance. Thank you so much, sir. I joke if you're going analog, a bullhorn comes in handy.
Oh yeah.
I I need to buy me one of those things, man. Those are fun. Have you ever hello?
Yes.
Hello.
I did.
Hello.
Listen, I when did it show up? All these gadgets, my worm light, this fancy dancy mic and everything this week. Like literally this morning, Sia and Constance were like, yeah, that goes here and this goes there. But you know what? We can learn. And that's what
She
it is.
leveled up. She leveled up.
Level up.
Level
There
up.
is always an opportunity to level up, but you have to want to do it. And when you
Yeah.
do, trust me, there are people around you that are going to help you.
Yeah.
All right.
Show up.
So,
Just show
mhm.
up. Just show up. Just do it and show up. If you make mistakes, oh well, bring it to your experience. Show up. That's all I gotta say, right? And we have to. You have to show up for yourself, not for anybody else.
Yes. This is
Very
all for
important.
yes. You absolutely need anything you do in life, right? Don't do it because you're trying to appease someone else. Again, going to that quote that I mentioned earlier, right? If you're going to disappoint someone, disappoint your own damn ass. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what though? Because no one's going to care. No one cares. No one
Yeah.
care, people. As much as we
Yeah.
like to think the world cares about anything we do, no one really ultimately cares
Nope.
until they do.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the problem, and challenge that we all have to just accept with ourselves is just please yourself. You gotta serve. If you're gonna be a servant leader, you better have a fracking full well in order to be a servant leader, right? So you gotta love
Yeah.
yourself more than anything.
Yep.
That is true. That is true. So I know.
So on that note, I know we're at the top of hour, and Raqi made it very clear. She goes, Sia, you will
End
talk
it.
all day long between you ladies. So would you like to wrap us up and ask Constance if she has any last words?
Sure. Constance, do you have any last words? Like you literally, I don't know, but you have like 30 seconds to give your last words, and I have 45 because I'm the host. So go.
I say thank you guys so much for being here, for showing up, and for also leveling us up with your conversations. And we love you. And reciprocity, you guys showed up. That's reciprocity right there on the screen. Raquel, I'm sorry. We just butchered your show today, but we love it. We got to do level up. And then here you go, Nicole. Go for it.
First off, I definitely want to thank Raquel because, wow, I don't know how you commit to this every Saturday. It's not like, you gotta be calm. You have to be able to lead this conversation. You have to be able to be you. But most of all, you have to be able to push up the people that really deserve to be pushed up, with which are the people in the comments, because they're not up here, their face is not up here, but I'm seeing all of you, and I see people out there like Chavez, Ashif, Bree. I have not met you people, so I get to leave here leveling up because I get to meet even more people. So thank you so much, Raquel, for letting us hijack your show, me letting me hijack your seat, and Sia and Constance as my whatever co-hosts. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for helping this along, because you guys made me feel really comfortable and made me feel like, yeah, it's really not as scary as you think it is. Just get up there and do you. And I've been showing up and doing that in every other way. There's no reason why I shouldn't do it this way as well. So I really appreciate the both of you.
Oh, we appreciate you too. And you did a bang up job, darling, running this and keeping us in line as well. And look, people, wait, Nicole, I think I'm your more special friend than Raquel. And you want to hear why, peoples? Because I was there for her first live stream ever. And I'm here for her for her
Yes.
first hosting ever.
Yes,
So
yes,
where's
that is
Raqui,
true.
the flake of flaker? So I love you more, clearly.
Oh, it's not.
That is true. Sia has been with me from the beginning.
Kidding. I'm so
And now
kidding.
Tahir as well. Oh, and you also are the one that gave me my 10-minute crash course in Canva. And now I've created like 6 LinkedIn banners and I have clients lined up for that. So I guess I owe you a steak dinner, right?
Girl,
Wine,
we-
sippy chocolate. I mean,
makes me happy. By the way, we will have, I'm sure there's going to be a quote, they call it retreat. I call it a big old like weekend party, but there's going to be a hounds party at some point. There's got to be, you guys.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
right? Like we got. So anyway, on that note, guys, well then let's go ahead and wrap this up. Everyone, thank you so very much. I mean, gosh, by the way, Ajaya, you guys read. Okay, here I'm gonna put Ajaya because Ajaya, you're like a note taker. Look at this thing. I'm like Noveletta right here.
Yes.
Key takeaway: taking charge of your own destiny is crucial to leveling up in life. The key to success, happiness, and fulfillment is to embrace change and focus on personal and professional development. Mic drop.
thank you. Yay.
We couldn't say it better. And everyone, thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you and yours, and
Yeah.
to all those that are acting as mothers and those that don't have children but have babies of other genres. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. So, guys, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, and I hope our chat inspired you to make a new connection. Please like and subscribe, and let's build a great community in our little corner where we get serious business done by injecting fun. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, come back to Raquel's Connection Corner.